Brandon,
Yeah?
do you want to read comics and then talk about them?
Boy, do I!
Oh, yeah!
Hey guys, Cubby here with my comic reviews this week. My first one was Fear Itself #7 by Matt Fraction and Stuart Immonen. Okay, so it just finished. This is the end, last issue. Holy crap, this needed a metal soundtrack to capture the epicness of what happened. Tony Stark comes back with the weapons made from Uru metal and Odin's blessings to give to fight sin and the serpent. And oh my god, this battle at the end was just amazing. They rebuild. Everything seems like it's going back to normal, and then we get these awesome epilogue pages. Hands down, the best part of the book. The actual book was really good, but the epilogue was way better, and it set up everything. Bruce Banner and the Hulk, the Defenders is set up. It's kind of implying a lot of great things for Marvel, which when Fear Itself started, I really didn't think a lot of good was going to come from Marvel, but this book's kind of reinvigorated me. The art was awesome. The storytelling was just great. There's a little great quip with Hawkeye and Spider-Man that just kind of like made me love the book. So I got definitely give it 4.5 Nerd Skulls. All right, guys, Cubby here with my second review this week. It's The Unexpected from Vertigo, and it's actually a horror anthology. So it's a bunch of different artists. Our own Joshua Hale Fikolov, he actually wrote a story in there, and Bobby did an awesome interview with that guy. So definitely check it out just for that. But beyond that, it's just a great, great story. It had a lot of really interesting tales, like a story of dogs taking over the world and like the roles being reversed, which was really interesting. There was a few other ones that kind of captured you in the beginning and just completely flipped on you, not in the crappy M. Night Shyamalan way, but in a good like, oh, that I did not see that coming, give me more. And really, it was just awesome horror stories. So if you're into all that stuff and you like really cool covers, definitely check it out. It's The Unexpected.
Hey there, nerds. Jasmine here with my comic reviews for the week. First up is Marvel's Fear Itself, Fearless #1 of 12. Not gonna lie, didn't read any of Fear Itself because I pretty much got told what happened. Hammers dropped down, people got beat, it blew up stuff. Gotcha. And Marvel does a recap in the front of every book, so you know what's going on. Pretty much I picked up with this world in ruin and Captain America and Valkyrie arguing over what to do with all the hammers that came down. So, it's pretty easy to catch on what's going on here. Art's good, writing's pretty good. Everyone kind of hates their writers for certain reasons, but I won't get into Brian Michael Bendis right now. I really liked the book. It was cool. It's a great place to pick up, and I really enjoyed reading it. So I'm definitely going to read #2, and it's only out of 12, so I'm going to catch on, and the end of the book won't surprise you, but you will be like, oh my god, this is great. So let me know what you think. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. My next review is for My Greatest Adventure #1 of 6. This book actually has 3 separate mini-series in it, and they weren't that bad. I was really afraid. We were all really afraid when we saw this book, and I didn't know what to think of it. The first story really kind of scared me. It was hard to read. It was hard to get through. The second story was about Garbage Man, and I don't know who Garbage Man is, what Garbage Man is from, but it was kind of cool, and I liked it. It was like a weird corporation, and they were killing their employees, and this one dead guy ended up as Garbage Man, and he was getting a divorce, and his life was in hell, and he somehow ended up as Garbage Man in Gotham City, like in the sewers where there's like super religious people. It was great. I don't know where it came from. It was like a bad horror movie, and I want to know what happens in the rest of it. And the third installment of the book, the third little mini story, I couldn't even read. It was that bad, but it was fun. It was really fun. There was floating heads on rocket fuel, and just looking at the pictures, it was great. It's like watching like bad movies on silent and just throwing your own dialogue in. I really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna give this book many Nerd Skulls. I'm gonna say it's like 2.5 out of 5, but I'm saying you should read it because it'll make you laugh and you'll enjoy it, and that's a comic book.
Hey guys, Bobby here with my comic reviews for the week, and my first one is going to be Justice League #2. I love this book, first off, because it was way better than the first one. The first one kind of seemed like I needed more, and the second one definitely gave me that. They're building off of a dynamic between Green Lantern and Flash, which I'm absolutely in love with. I used to love the old Brave and the Bold series with Flash and Green Lantern, so I'm really happy to see that friendship back and really strong. Really worth mentioning, there's a script book at the end of Justice League #2 that most people, like me, usually I just skip over that crap. After I'm done with the issue, I skip over it. But I sat down and read this, and it has a whole bunch of hints towards other stuff that's happening in DC. Interestingly, the future of Shazam. I really am interested in Jeff Johns writing about Shazam, so I'm all about that. I'm going to give this book 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. My second comic review for the week is going to be Superior number 6. As you know, I loved the last one, and I'm just loving this series. This is easily the best book Mark Millar has ever written, other than Old Man Logan and Superman Red Sun. Those should be held in their own regard. But as far as creator-owned work, Superior is amazing. I love how he kind of goes off of the dark side of people that everyone has, but ends up getting out of control. I really love this book. I'm going to give this, again, 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
Hey guys, Haley here with my comic review for the week, and it is Batman number 2. And it is really, really good. I promise if you liked the first one, you will not be disappointed with this one. There is action from the very beginning. There is emotion. I almost teared up while reading it. There's a lot of mystery still about who this person was that was murdered, what he knows about Bruce Wayne's murder, and of course, we find out a little bit more about Nightwing's involvement. So pick it up. It's great. I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls.
What's up, guys? Brandon here with some comic reviews for you. First up, I got Shade, number 1 from DC Comics. Gonna be honest, I really don't know a lot about Shade, so I was interested to read this. I really, really liked it. Did not think I would. And yeah, totally held me over. The last page definitely is going to keep me reading just to see what comes of this. I don't know where you're going to go from here, but I'm excited to see what happens. I'm giving this 4 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Next up, I got Damage, number 3 from Radical. Really good crime book, really good art, a very compelling story. You got a couple different storylines going on, and they're all kind of connecting to eventually lead. This looked like the big turning point, the last page of this book. So I'm tempted. I mean, I'm interested to see what comes out with the rest. I'm going to give this 3 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. All right, that is it for all of our comic book reviews this week. But until next week, be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, as well as nerdlocker.com. I'm Brandon,
And I'm Jeff.
and we'll see you next week.